I tell you, one day Friday, right?
Friday afternoon, our time. Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody's talking about the main event, of course. And you know, we got to weigh in on it.
First time ever we saw the Undertaker versus Goldberg.
We talked about that match going down here on the show right here in the Hall of Fame. And what did I say? I said it was going to be what? A dream match. Didn't I say that?
That's what you said.
I said what we're seeing right here with Undertaker and Goldberg is a dream match. This is something that no one ever thought that they would ever see inside Square Circle. But when you got that kind of money, a big show like that, a history-making moment, and we were just talking about moments just a second ago. When you got a moment, man, you can't miss out on it. So both of these guys sign the dotted line and say, "Hey, let's go get this done." And the thing is, the world is talking about it. The world's talking about it because it wasn't one of the greatest technical, bouts that you ever seen in your life or anything like that.
It's true.
All right, you know what I mean. So let's talk about it. Let's get a little overlay. First and foremost, Bill Goldberg. He's never been known for his technical skills or
not a technical wrestler at all.
No.
More for energy, intensity, impact.
Almost somewhat like the Ultimate Warrior. But Ultimate Warrior had with certain guys he had.
I don't know about the Ultimate Warrior. Hold on,
match.
Hogan. The Ultimate Warrior and Warrior is one of my favorites from back in the day. But the Warrior or the Goldberg was more athletic, but they were both power wrestlers. Everybody's not going to be a mat wrestler. Because I remember they asked the Warrior about one time about what about the British Bulldog and not Bret Hart, Steamboat or something. He's like, I'm the Warrior, and that's it. It was something.
It's a couple of guys.
Andre.
Exactly, had a couple of matches with. But kind of like the Ultimate Warrior, what I mean? So these were guys that were there for mostly their energy level, getting the crowd to a maximum pitch.
And music came on, that was it.
This is something different. And I tell you, when Goldberg first stepped on the scene, he was the first one that had a MMA feel to him.
Right.
The music. That right there. That right there. The position was that, and people looked at this guy, and then he would crack his head, bang, on the wall, and then he would start bleeding. People said, I like this guy.
I mean, the entrance with the cops leading into the ring.
Exactly, the camera following him all the way through Gorilla. It was awesome.
One of the best entrances that he breathed in the fire.
It was, oh man, I don't know how much toxic.
That Goldberg entrance was rugged. It was. Coming out there with the fire.
One of the great entrances.
Yeah, it was. And then on the other hand, you got the Undertaker.
The greatest entrance.
Over 20 years of destruction.
Yeah.
A guy who
almost 30.
Oh man, a guy who is known for.
I remember the decade of destruction. I remember
ring prowess. A guy who can go out there, perform with the best of them. A guy who can go out there and perform with the worst of them. He's a guy that can, just say for instance, if it was a broomstick, he could take that out there and make it look like it was an actual guy. That's how good.
The best big man of all time.
Of all time.
Without a doubt.
Bar none, no doubt. Now, Saudi Arabia, 103-degree temperature.
Wrestling outside.
That was hot.
You don't know.
Okay, they're wrestling outside now. It was 94 here, I think, a couple of days ago, and the heat index was 108. So I can imagine if it was 103, the heat index probably would be 115. And me personally, I waited to 6 o'clock to go play golf last week. I'm serious. That's how bad it was out there. So I can only imagine what it felt like in the middle of that ring. Now, I remember working in the Global Wrestling Federation down in Dallas, Texas, the Sportatorium. summertime, no heat in the building. It used to be so hot, man. I mean, I'm talking about, it felt like 100-degree temperature inside the sportatorium, and I used to love it. I swear, I used to go out there, man. It's a torrential downpour. I would be sweating like crazy, man. I would be so energized. I could go three times at night. It didn't matter. And I was like, wow, man. And I can only imagine going and trying to do that now in that same arena. At 54 years old, I would probably die.
54 years old.
Over that ring, from exhaustion, from shock. You know what I mean? Wonder what the heck I tried to do. So to see Undertaker in the middle of the ring with Goldberg at 103-degree temperature, that's one thing. Now, let's put another overlay on top of that. Now, Goldberg, in that match, he had 3 spears he performed with inside the few minutes that they worked. 3 spears. Now, that took a whole lot of
I remember that. What the spears. When he hit them spears, I was like, I know Taker ain't about to get pinned now. Because he hit 2 spears early, and Taker was on the floor. I said, what the hell is this? I said, what's going on here?
To say, hey, we're going to do 3 spears in this match. Now, I can imagine that those 3 spears were timed to where we're going to be perhaps 5 minutes apart. You know, and with the heat index, everything just got thrown off. Now, you can plan in your mind, hey, we're going to go out here and do this, and we're going to go out there and do this. Man, let's just take them all around the world. And then all of a sudden, a monkey wrench get thrown into the whole situation as far as, man, we've never dealt with anything like this. Now, I can imagine the Undertaker dealt with, just about everything as far as a wrestling ring or a wrestling event will go. I can almost imagine he had 103-degree temperature. I don't know. I remember we were in Mexico and it was really, really hot and it was sweat. I was sweating like crazy. We were intense outside. And I remember one of the boys, he came over to me and I go, why am I here? That's what I told him. I think it might have been Kurt Angle. I said, why am I here? And I was close to retiring. I was close to quitting at that time. I was close to walking away. And so I know what it's like being in that situation right there. Now, Goldberg, I can only imagine he's never, ever been in a situation like that before. I can imagine he have. Or just say, for instance, we got to go out and work for 15 minutes. We got to work at 103-degree temperature, and I'm cramping up before we even get started.
And throw into it, my last match was 2 years ago.
That too. And myself, I don't think you can just jump off the sofa and actually go out there and pull some. I don't care how much working out he put in. I don't care how much gym time he put in. And I don't care how much he thought he was prepared for that situation. Nothing could prepare him for a situation like that. I wrestled one of my shooters not too long ago, and it was in a nice, cool temperature, air-conditioned building, and I almost died. Almost like somebody's coming, pick me up and get me in. So I can only imagine what these two guys were out there dealing with. Now, Undertaker, like I said, the best of the best, man. He can go out there and work with anybody. So I can imagine if he was working with somebody like Sheamus, Kevin Owens. He would have been able to, cover a whole lot. But working with someone like Goldberg, and I don't know if he cracked his head on the turnbuckle.
That's what he said.
Pole.
Yeah, he hit his head.
I don't know if he was working us or not, but if he wasn't working us, brother, it seemed like everything went out of the window right after that. And it could have been just the acceleration from him running from one side of the ring to the other, because that's all it takes sometimes. You know what I mean? To blow yourself up.
Yeah.
You think you got it.
He said on Twitter he knocked himself out.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Which he's actually done like 2 or 3 times before that too.
Well, it seemed like you would learn from the first time. You know what I mean?
But to go back to it, he's about intensity. That's what makes Goldberg.
Yeah.
And if he's not going to be intense, then he's not Goldberg.
Well, that's true too. But like I said, he could have, convinced himself that he could actually go out there and pull that off. You know what? And I've seen it before. That's what men do. I was just looking at Zab Judah when I had a fight just last week. Friday, New York City, I think it was, and 41 years old, and he still thought he had the juice to go out there and perform. And a guy who I'd never heard of put Zab Judah in the hospital where he had bleeding of the brain, where he could have actually died. That's what you got to understand. What you can do when you was in your 20s, 30s.
Put him in the hospital.
For me, even when I was in my 40s, because I was in my 40s, that King Booker, the most noble, the most royal, the most majestic king of them all.
I
was in my prime. You know what I mean? But try that now and see what happens. Somebody have to carry me out of there, y'all. Hey, guys, stick around. We're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back.
Yeah, these wrestlers, boy, with this, what do they say, this hanging on business? Because Booker T, 54, Batista's 50. Batista left it alone. He came back one more time, but he left it alone. Flair didn't leave it alone until he was 60 something. Triple H, he's still trying to hang on with his dirty dog self, trying to hang in there at 50 years old. And who else? Jericho's the youngest. Well, he's in other company now, but at 47, still can't get over it. It's 2 weeks old, but that Taker landing on his damn head. That's why Tyrone Magnus jumped up. Whoa! Because he turned. His head was. If Taker didn't tuck his head. And then Goldberg got dumped on his head. Oh boy! Then fell over with the stone.